Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 8.
Text 30.
Text 30. Soham vikatam manasyam.
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 Sirakada trilanite. Sirakayat varanite.
Surakayat varanite.
Surakayat varanite.
Surakayat varanite.
Gopayeta adas vaihya.
Gopayita harisvadya.
Gopayeta harisvadya.
Gopayita harisvadya.
Gopayeta harisvadya.
Gopayita harisvadya.
Yaste saranam upsitam.
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 Soham vikata manasya.
Soham vikata manasya.
Shirakaya dharamite.
Shirakaya dharamite.
Gopayeta harisvadya.
Gopayita harisvadya.
Yaste sharanam upsitam.
Yaste saranam upsitam. Soham
vikata manasya
Soham vikata manasya
surat kayat dharamte
Shirakaya dharamite
gopayita haristwadya
Gopayita haristwadya
yaste saranam upsitam
Yaste sharanam upsitam
Soham vikata manasya
Soham vikata manasya
Kaya dharamite
Shirakaya dharamite
Gopayita harispadya
Gopayita harispadya
Te sharanamipshitam
Yaste sharanamipshitam
Soham vikata manasya
Soham vikata manasya
Kaya dharamite
Shirakaya dharamite
Gopayita harispadya
Gopayita harispadya
Te sharanam upsitam
Yaste sharanamipshitam
Soham vikata manasya
Soham vikata manasya
Shirakaya dharamite
Shirakaya dharamite
Gopayeta haritvadya
Gopayita harispadya
Yaste sharanamipsitam
Yaste sharanamipshitam
Soham vikata manasya
Soham vikata manasya
Shirakaya dharamite
Shirakaya dharamite
Gopayita harispadya
Gopayita harispadya
Sharanamipsitam
Yaste sharanamipshitam
Mataji.
Soham vikata manasya
Soham vikata manasya
Shirakaya dharamite
Shirakaya dharamite
Gopayita harispadya
Gopayita harispadya
Yaste sharanamipsitam
Yaste sharanamipshitam
Soham vikata manasya
Soham vikata manasya Shirakaya dharamite Gopayita harispadya Yaste sharanamipshitam
Soham vikata manaya
Soham vikata manasya
Shirakaya dharamite
Shirakaya dharamite
Gopayita haristvadya
Gopayita harispadya
Yaste sharanamipsitam
Yaste sharanamipshitam
Soham vikata manasya
Soham vikata manasya
Shirakaya dharamite
Shirakaya dharamite
Gopayita harispadya
Gopayita harispadya
Yaste saranam upasitam
Yaste sharanamipshitam
Synonyms?
Synonyms Sa
Sa
He
He
Aham
Aham
I
I
Vikata manasya
Vikata manasya
Who are speaking such nonsense
Who are speaking such nonsense
Siraha
Shiraha
the head
The head
Kaya
Kaya
from the body
From the body
Arami
Arami
I shall take away
I shall take away
take
Take
of you
unto you
Gopayeta
Gopayita.
let him protect
Let
Let
him
him
protect
Hari
Hari
the supreme personality of Godhead
The Supreme Personality of Godhead
Va
Va
you
You
Adya
Adya
now
Now
Ya
Ya
he
He
Te
Te
you
You
Sharanam
Sharanam
protector
Protector
Ipsitam
Ipsitam
desired
Desire
Translation by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada.
He Jai.
Because you are speaking so much nonsense, I shall now sever your head from your body. Now let me see your most worshipable God come to protect you. I want to see it. Shall we repeat? Because you are speaking
Because
You are speaking
so much nonsense,
so much nonsense.
I shall now sever
I shall now sever
your head from your body.
your head from your body.
Now let me see
now let me see
your most worshipable God
Your most worshipable God,
come to protect you.
come to protect you.
I want to see it.
I want to see it.
Purple. Demons always think that the God of the devotees is fictitious. They think that there is no God and that the so-called religious feeling of devotion to God is but an opiate, a kind of illusion, like the illusion derived from LSD and opium. Hiranyakashipu did not believe Prahlad Maharaj when Prahlad asserted that his Lord is present everywhere, because Hiranyakashipu, as a typical demon, was convinced that there is no God and that no one could protect Prahlad. He felt encouraged to kill his son. He challenged the idea that the devotee is always protected by the Supreme Lord. I seek your blessing. I'm not a speaker. But anyway, so in this verse, at the very beginning of the verse, actually, I
you
prefer.
can, because people can translate for me.
Yeah. Everyone understand English?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tu préfères en
I
anglais?
prefer in English, but we always hear in English, so it's easy. Yes, so at the beginning of the translation, we see two typical qualities, so to say, demoniac qualities in Hiranyakashipu. One is that he believes that only him can be right. Whatever Prahlad Maharaj says, for him is just nonsense. He cannot understand that the word of wisdom Prahlad Maharaj is always speaking are true. He only think he is right. So that's one of the quality of a demoniac person manifest, that he always think of other people wrong. And the second one is that he will take he will do something against the person who is in his point of view wrong. So here it's very extreme. Hiranyakashipu is a real demon, so he will just kill Prahlad. But for us, we are a little bit less demon. So maybe we will take we will punish the person in a slighter way. So we may speak ill, or we may criticize, or we may even blackmail the people, anything. But anyway, we can see how this is an impediment in our growing in Krishna consciousness to act in that way. And we should be really careful about it, because this kind of thing will really destroy our devotional life. So we should consider that everybody possesses very special qualities. We should, instead of looking for bad, and even sometimes when it's not bad, thinking it is bad, we should look, we should make the endeavor to find in everyone the quality, the special quality everyone has to personally serve the Lord. Everyone, it is said that everyone has a specific qualities that him or her alone possesses to serve the Lord. So we should do that not only with the devotee, with everybody. I mean, we can learn from everyone, even from trees, from birds, from everyone. So that's a very important thing we should do, not to be critical and deride everyone like we often do. Yeah. So yeah, there is that story of disciple of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur coming to complain about one of his god brother to his Guru Maharaj. So he was for quite a long time just telling bad thing about that Prabhu, and very patiently Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur had been listening to all the complaint and the criticism he was giving, and then when he was done, finally he said, does he not have any good quality? So he thought a little bit and he said, yeah, he's a very good kirtaniya, he made very nice bhajan and kirtan. So then Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, so then take that in consideration and glorify him for that. Don't see bad in others, see bad in you, and see all good quality in others that will help you much more in your spiritual life. So that's for the beginning of the verse, and at the end, in the last line, we have one word which is saranam, and which means protector. So we see that actually that word, we find it in Sharanagati. Sharanagati is a very important principle that we should all practice. So it has there is 6 principles in that one principle of surrender. Anyone number them? 6 qualities we must manifest to be surrendered.
Sarvanam Kirtanam. No.
No.
To have the same interest as Krishna.
Humble?
This is the principle of surrender?
No, first one is danya, humility.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is something.
So that's the first one, that a very important one, because if we are not humble, there is no way we can surrender. So that's the first principle, to become surrendered to the Lord, to be humble. So that also goes in line with what we just said, that humility, that we will accept to see the good quality in everyone and the bad in ourselves, that will really help us. So humility is the first one. Then we have teacher, I don't know. Then we have Atmanivedana, which is actually surrendering by itself, which means we surrender everything to the Lord, our body, mind, and even soul, in the service of the Lord. Atmanivedana. Bhakti-Devarana, which means that we believe the Lord is our only maintainer. And then we have another one, which is Avasaraki Krishna, the faith, strong faith, that the Lord will always protect us. So it is said actually that those two, to recognize the Lord as our maintainer and protector, as the most important principle in Sharanagati. There is two more which are not to renounce to any activity which is going against our advancement in spiritual life, and to accept to do anything that will help us to become better devotee. So that's easy. And then we can see like we can renounce to eat boga and only pressure and all that kind of thing, to get up early, all things that may not be very easy to do. We sometimes have difficulty to do, but we have to work on that. So those are the 6 principles of surrender that we should take. And we have this very well explained in one song. This song is Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jiva Doya Kori. It's an introducing song of Sharanagati. And in that song, Bhaktivinoda Thakur described how the Sharanagati is life and soul of the devotees. So this is very, very important. He described also all the different principles. And he said that Lord Chaitanya came to teach us that, how to surrender to the Lord. And he's giving us the facility because he's based on love of God. So we can take it or not. But surrender is very important, and we should really work on it, like on all those principles, being humble, recognize the Lord as our only protector and maintainer. Don't think we are doing and undoing sin. No, we are not. We are just puppets in the Lord's hand. And we have to recognize that every day. So we like to consider the Lord as our only protector and maintainer means we have to have faith, and we have to be simple. Simplicity and faith go together. We remember that story we were telling the other day about those 2 ladies going to Bhagavatam, and one of them took to heart the word the preacher was telling, and she got protected. Meanwhile, the other one, because she was not as simple as the first one, she could not accept, and she didn't really even hear. She just, the word came in and out as soon as they were told. So it's simplicity and faith are very important things. Principle to be able to recognize the Lord as our maintainer and protector. There is this beautiful story also of a young, very small boy actually. He's the son of a poor lady. She's a widow and she's very poor. So still she has a desire to send her boy to the school. So she managed to find a school, but it's actually quite away from the place they are living. And on the way there is a big jungle. So the boy is small and he has to walk to the school, and he is scared to go through the jungle. So he tells his mom, I can't do that, I'm very scared to go through the jungle. So she's a Vaishnavi, she has full faith in the Lord, and she knows as a pure devotee how to give that same face to the Lord. So she explained, you should not be worried. Your friend is there, Gopal is there. So when you enter to the jungle, you just call him, Gopal, Gopal, I'm scared, please come and help me. So the boy, as a simple child, take the word of his mother as reality, and he doesn't have any doubt about it. So next day when he goes to school, he calls Gopal, and because he's simple and he has faith, Gopal actually appeared to him and take him through the jungle. So every day now he's very happy to go to school, and every day he meets his friend Gopal bye, and go to school. So one day there was a function in the school. They were making a festival for maybe Saraswati. I don't know, special festivals. The school make Saraswati Puja and things like that. So the teacher asked every student to bring some item for making for the feast and for the festival. So he asked also the boy, and the boy said, well, we are very poor. I don't know what I will be able to bring. I shall ask my mom. So he went back home, and he asked. And the mom said, well, we have nothing, but just ask Gopal. He has certainly something he can give you. So next day he goes to school, and going to school, and when he reached the jungle place, he called for Gopal, and Gopal comes, and he said, you know what, we have a festival today in the school, and the teacher asked for us to bring something. My mom said, you will give me. So Gopal said, yes, certainly I will give you. So I gave him a very, very small pot of dye yogurt. And the boy is simple, he doesn't think this is not going to be enough or whatever. He just take that to the school. And the teacher is not really happy about it. He said, what do you think we will do with that? So I said, well, Gopal gave me, I don't know, he gave me that, this must be good. So actually then they started using the yogurt, and the pot was never empty. There was always yogurt coming out of the pot. So they could feed everyone out of that small pot. So then the teacher said, well, you told me your friend Gopal gave you that, okay, I meet him. So he said, yes, certainly, you just come with me when I go back home, and we will meet him. He comes every day. He's always there. So they go, but sure enough, the teacher has no face, is not simple, and the boy is calling me, Gopal bhai, please come. My teacher wants to meet you, but Gopal bhai never appeared. So that's to show the importance of being simple and face. We can get so much out of that the Lord will really give in much more than we ourselves give. So it is said that when we make one step toward Krishna, he makes 100 steps towards us. So that's Krishna's mercy. So there is also this story of the wife of the Brahmanas, like to understand how simplicity is so important. When Krishna, Balaram and the Gopas were in the forest of Vrindavan taking care of the cows, suddenly somehow they didn't have any prasadams, and they always go with big bag of prasad, but they didn't have any, so they were hungry, and Krishna, Balaram thought his house and asked the brahmanas there to give us some food. So they went, but then the brahmanas were doing swaha, swaha. They were very much engaged into worshipping the Lord, but in their own manner. So they didn't want to be disturbed, and they sent the boys back with empty hand. So then when they came back to Krishna and Balaram, they said, well, sorry, they didn't want to give us anything. So they said, what did you ask? So the brahmanas said, no, go to their wives. So they went back, and the wives, they took whatever was there in the house. Maybe all the offering was supposed to be given to the sacrifices. They took everything and they bring them to the boys, to the gopas in the forest. So yes, they were not like concerned by their, like the brahmanas were, by duties and all this kind of mundane conception. So they were able to serve the Lord and to see Him and to satisfy Him. So this is again to show how simplicity is very important. And we have so many examples like that. All the inhabitants of Vrindavan, they are simple people, like from countryside. They are not so not knowledgeable. They live a very simple life, and they know Krishna better than anyone else. So they reciprocate with him like no one else. Like we can see in Dwarka or in Mathura. Krishna has many devotees there also, but then the mood is different, and the reciprocation is not the same. They don't get as much as the inhabitants of Vrindavan get because of being simple and just to love Krishna without any restriction, no fear, no knowledge that he is Supreme Lord and we should act in such a way. They are very familiar and they treat him as a son, as a lover, as a friend. They don't make any difference between them and him. Like when the Gopas and Krishna go to the forest, they even stole his prasad, and even from his mouth they take prasad. And Krishna does the same. Now that only they do it that we could understand, okay, it's the Lord, then we can eat his prasad. But Krishna does the same. He steals the prasad from the mouth of his friend to eat, and he carries them on his shoulder. That's why Brahma actually became so bewildered when he saw all this kind of thing happening. He said, how can Krishna be the Supreme Lord? He is in another mode. He has not the kind of simple devotion towards the Lord. He is very knowledgeable, and he expects from the Lord to act in the way the Lord is supposed to, but Krishna is not like, he has no restriction. He can do whatever he wants. So then we all know the story of Brahma being caught in this lake of faith and then having to apologize to the Lord. Then he renounced, he understood this position as Brahma bewildered me completely. That's the danger of having a position, and he asked the Lord, please, I don't want this position, take it away from me. Then does anyone know how he came back in his next life? he came back with no position actually. Do you know who he is? Yeah. Haridas Thakur, who was born in a family of Muslim people. No? So he was like considered by the Vaishnava, not the Vaishnava, because the Vaishnava are above that kind of consideration. So the Brahmanas and general people like low caste. So then he could fully develop his devotion with the Lord, towards the Lord. And so that's a very important story, that to show how we should in any case remain humble, not become bewildered because we have a position, or we are rich, or we are educated, or whatever. We should always consider ourselves as the lowest of the lowest. So, does anyone have any comment or something to add, something to correct, something to ask?
Question? Can you repeat the 6 waves from the Danya?
Danya, Gopite Varana, Avyasakari Be Krishna, no, Atmani Vedana, after Danya, Atmani Vedana. And the two last one are, I don't know the Sanskrit. And the two last one has to accept favorable things for our progress on spiritual life, and the other one is to reject whatever is not favorable to our progress in spiritual life. This is very nicely described. You can look at that song, the introducing song of Charanagati, the very first song in the Charanagati book from Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Very nicely described all of that. And many other, but maybe especially in that one.
This is the first thing that struck me when I traveled to India for the first time, that people told me simple life, high thinking. This is our motto. You know, their motto was simple life, high thinking. Means life simple, make chapati, roti, sit down, and then everything thinking of Krishna, thinking of Ram. Oh, I was thinking this is very beautiful, very lovely, and very peaceful for the whole world.
Yes, it's a roti kao sitaram bhaja.
Ah, yes, yes.
Yes, that's yes. People in India can, like, we can get very much inspiration from them. Less and less, unfortunately, because they are more and more following in the step, in our steps. But still we can still learn a lot from the simple life people can live in India. And Prabhupada also told that many times, that the process of Krishna consciousness is simple for the simple. So that's a very important quality to develop, and we have to work on it very, con a lot of develop. Prabhu, some questions maybe? You are famous for having questions.
How to be simple while chanting and like singing kirtan, always mind goes somewhere else.
yeah, I don't know if that's related to simplicity. That's like to maintain the mind fixed. Why not? Would be. You just maybe think that it will please the Lord if we can just serve Him like fully, not thinking on something and pretend we are serving Him or chanting His name. So yeah, I don't know, maybe simplicity just in that case we can say that we can be simple and accept the teaching of our gurus and acharyas that we should do like that. So we try our best to do like that, to control our mind and being simple and praying for mercy. This is also simplicity, to pray and ask the Lord and the devotees to help us in our endeavor. It's very difficult sometimes. But if we are determined and we try, we desire, in one song also by Divino says that, he said, the only thing a man can do is to desire, you will give the result. We have no power of doing anything. But if we sincerely desire to achieve it, the Lord will make it appear. So that will be also way to be simple, just to depend on the Lord and he can make it appear like through devotees or through anything happening in our life. We have just to recognize how the Lord will manifest His mercy in our life and accept it. Sometimes it's difficult, not always palatable, the mercy of the Lord. But that's another thing we have to really look for, acceptance, and really accept whatever comes the best that we can get, and a gift from the Lord. Everything that comes in our life is very caring and loving, so we should never think that something wrong is happening to us. Everything that happened to us is the mercy of the Lord and has to be taken as a very special gift from Him. So this is also simplicity in some way.
Prabhupada once said that simplicity is an opulence. It's an opulence of the devotee, it's an opulence of Krishna. Krishna, although he is the Supreme Lord, his Vrindavan pastime is just simple. He's a cowherd boy, like you said, a countryman. But that's the most attractive. And then I'm thinking of Prabhupada. Prabhupada lived so simple. Although he was the Acharya, the founder Acharya in so many temples around the world, he lived very simple. I said many times, he lived out of a suitcase. He lived whatever Krishna and his disciples provided. He was never demanding more. They can give him a little room, they can pick him up in an old car that was smoking, and he accepted. It was just simple. And that was attractive. You never met anyone who was satisfied with living so simple. And as we begin to take up the process and practice living simple in the ashrams, then we began to feel some satisfaction and happy. So he said, it is an opulence to be simple.
Yes. Actually, this is also because, I mean, if you can live in simple way, you can live everywhere. You will be, if you can sleep on the floor, you can sleep anywhere. But if you need a special bed and special mattress and special medicine, it would reduce
You know the get it.
your capacity to be comfortable practically nowhere. So, yeah, definitely simplicity is an opulence, something we have to cultivate.
And when I hear you, I think that to love Krishna is very simple, in fact. It's the most simple thing. But
It's much
everybody
more
miss
natural,
it, you know. There is so many people they never loved Krishna.
Mm.
It's so simple
Yeah.
and high. Yes. Hare Krishna.
Grantaraj, Srimad Bhagavatam.
Bhagavatam ki
It's
jai.
a- Thank you for your question.
Thank you.